All right. I think we got everything started. I think we're good to go. Give people a couple minutes to show up. I know it's kind of put together last minute, but looks like these things have a little bit of a slow start to them. So I got a couple people on. Looks like the audio checked out okay. Everything sound okay? I know I've got a little bit of a cold, so I might sound a little funny, but I feel all right. It's whatever day 4 or 5 of it, so I'm almost done with it. Uh, but yeah, everything sound okay? Look okay? Camera's on. Yeah, let me know how things are. Good morning. Yes, Mayang Buntag. You guys hear me okay though? Everything sound okay? Looks like I'm seeing some audio spikes. Okay, great, great. Hello from Hong Kong. How's it going in Hong Kong? How's everything there? Good weather. I was in Hong Kong early 2000s. Yeah, incredible town. Lots going on. Okay, yeah, let's so still new at this. This is what, my third stream. We'll jump through it here. Yes, good morning from Hong Kong. Yes, Mayang Buntag. Mayang Buntag. Oh, that's right, no arrows. Gamer, good morning. Morning. Yes, sounds good. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm really liking this audio setup, and I'm pleased that I was able to use this with my live streams. It's great. I was thinking I was going to need like a boom mic or something like that. So glad this is working out. Hey, Steven. Yeah. Hi. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Cool. Excellent. Thank you. Going for a stroll today. Yeah. You know what? I need to get out a little bit. Like I said, I've had a little bit of a bug now for the past 6 days. So I've been kind of just being safe and being indoors. But I think I'm going to get out a little bit today and kind of walk around. So yeah, it's time to get out. Haven't been able to run or exercise either, so I'm ready to get out a little bit. Yes, good morning. Mein Buntag. Yes, hey, Steven. Hey, Grace. Yeah, good morning. Rockstar. Too cool. Too cool. Bit rainy. All right. Yeah, here too, actually. We've had a little bit of rain past couple days. So yeah, it's been a little bit rainy and humid here too. Continue to echo. I've got an echo. Anyone else hearing some audio issues? And an echo. Hey, Chicago. Yeah, I was in Chicago a couple times. I did some work. I used to lay carpet in my 20s, and it was in Chicago. I did some carpet for a bowling alley. I remember being out there. Is that Skokie? I can't remember. It's been forever. And then I hung out at Rush Street. This is, when was this? Probably early 90s. Go Bears, though, right? Ditka? Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, good times. Great town. Great town. Yes, good morning. Lion Buntag. Yeah, hey, Bella. How's everything going? How you been? Everything good for you? And you joined a little bit cooler weather, I think, right? With the clouds and rain? Yeah, no, I'm all right. Just a little bit of a bug. I've actually, gosh, it's one of the things my immune system is struggling uh, with the Philippines. It's taken me a while to adjust to the virus this year. I feel this is probably the third kind of cold that I've had in the past like 4 or 5 months. So a little bit frustrating, but yeah, I think it's just immune system adjusting to the bugs that are over here. Yeah, it's just because it takes me out, right? I can't work out, I can't exercise. I pretty much stay home and try to be responsible around that. But get out a little bit, but stay away from people. I don't think it's anything major, but clearly I'd be contagious to people. Probably not right now anymore, but anyways, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Feeling better. Just staying in bed, drinking fluids, and resting. Yes, greetings, Wisconsin. How's it going? Thanks for joining. Really, really appreciate folks being here. It only rains bullets. True, right? Man, crazy times. I hope things have been better. Been better there. Let's see here. Where do you get your groceries there? Yeah, so the malls actually have the big grocery stores, and they're right next to where I'm at. So the big malls will have these big, huge, massive grocery stores like you're used to in the West, and they'll have all your stuff there, produce and meat and milk and water and whatever. You can also do like markets. There's a lot of markets here too. You can do a lot of that. So yeah, grocery stores and markets. If you're in some bigger cities, pretty much grocery stores everywhere. But it is kind of unique, the fact that they're part of the malls, which is different from the West, right? Sharky, one question from California, Orange County. How did you prepare yourself financially for your adventure? How did you prepare yourself mentally for the unknowns? Yeah. How did I prepare myself financially? I think, just kind of getting related to what's so, right? Getting related to, well, all right, well, how much am I going to need per year? What are the numbers that I have? That kind of scenario, right? And just really looking through it. I probably looked at finances for a month and months, multiple months. And then also went through some financial advisors. And it was hard because I was on that line where it could be a one-way ticket, meaning that the money that I'm planning on surviving on probably isn't something I could survive on in the United States. So it was a little challenging for me, honestly. And then mentally for the unknowns, I think that's one of the big things about the Philippines culture is it's so easy, English speaking, it's easy for us to kind of drop into. So the culture isn't really a big factor. Financially was a little bit, but yeah, just kind of working through it, honestly. And it wasn't something that, I did overnight. It was something that I've been looking at this for years, really since 2019. So it was something that just kind of took time and kind of research and going through. And a lot of this, a lot of talking with people, a lot of being on lives, asking questions, talking to other vloggers. And then, of course, too, doing like a scout and recon trip, right? Coming out, seeing how it was for me and that. So, yeah, hope that answers it. Am I going to Ayala today? I might try to get out, just kind of getting over a bug. So I'm staying away from people, but I might get out for lunch or so here in a little bit. Yeah, I might kind of wander around. I might. Are you guys out in Starbucks? I don't know these guys' names, but clearly you guys know me. Oh, too funny. I might try to get out to Starbucks later on. I got a couple of training classes that I was doing, and I like just chilling in Starbucks and listening to those. So I might try to get out there. Yeah, thanks, Bella. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. Hope everything's good there. Awesome. Yes, good morning from Manila. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope everything's good there in Manila. Hey, Rich. So, let's talk about it. What's your email? Let's see if I can find it here too. I mean, I've got my Gmail account right here. Oh, I think I see you here. Is that the Yankees game? No, that's not you. Dude, let's talk right now. Shoot. What is it that you wanted to bring up? Is it, like I was saying before, a lot of the business stuff, if it's business related, like you're, wanting to sell me services, a lot of that stuff I might not, just because I'm not really interested in. But if you got questions about the Philippines or whatever, let me know. And maybe I didn't get your email. I've got like maybe 4 or 5 people that I am emailing. So, but if we want to talk about it right now, and that's really what I like to do with these lives is use this time to kind of go through some of those in-depth questions, because if you have them, you know, pertaining to the Philippines and living here, I mean, other people are definitely going to have those, and it'd be cool for us to kind of go deep dive into that stuff now. So yeah, dude, let me know your question, and I apologize if it's something I've missed. I think I've gotten everybody though that wasn't trying to sell me something. So let me know, like right now, we can go through it. Okay. Hello, comrade. Did any Filipino convince you of eating balut or drinking Red Horse yet? Yeah, people talk about eating balut a lot. There's a guy in the elevator. He's like, dude, you got to do a balut video. You got to get out there and record yourself eating. I was like, man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Hey, Carefree, do you know anyone there that a Filipino for marriage? Do I know anyone there to vet a Filipino for marriage? Do I know any Filipinos who want to get married? I mean, there's a whole country of them here. I mean, there's millions of them. Just the perfect echo. Okay. Interesting. All right. I'll have to take a look at that. Let's see, where am I at time-wise? All right, a couple minutes. Hello from Vancouver. Do you ever consider going back to the U.S.? I'm not sure if I asked already, but I just arrived. Oh, yeah, no worries. Yeah, and thanks for joining. Do I ever consider going back to the U.S.? I don't right now. No, I just got here. So what, 5-6 months? I mean, I do miss some family, you know, for sure. But a lot of my family, we pretty much had digital relationships with the pandemic. So, you know, but I do plan on going back. I do plan on going back maybe once a year or so, you know, to visit some people and stuff like that. But, you know, I left the United States to kind of start here and start this health journey and try to, you know, work on my fitness and recovery. I was in a really serious motorcycle accident that you know, it's taken me a while to kind of get myself back physically, although I would say I'm almost back to where I was prior to the accident. So yeah, I mean, there's things that I miss for sure, the people and things like that, but you know, that whole culture, I was tired of it, right? You know, that video about hey, culture to happiness, I mean, that's very true for me as far as how I feel about living in the West anymore. I'm just not interested anymore. I'm not interested in dealing with that chaos and crazy that's just constantly around living there. You know, I'm so much happier here. I really am. And, you know, just even, you know, just focusing on my well-being and that kind of deal is what I need. So no, I don't. And Vancouver's beautiful. Holy mackerel. One of my regrets not visiting Vancouver. And wow, just really incredible. Thanks for being here. Yes. I don't know what's up, man. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. Really, I'm frustrated with that. And it takes me out, right? You know, I've been haven't been able to run or anything for a week. So yeah, it's frustrating, but you know, I just think my system's adjusting and I'll get there. Hello from New York. Do you run into Westerners who actually have jobs there other than home on their computer? No, it's most of the jobs that you're going to find here are those digital nomads, just because you can't really get a job working like anywhere here. They really protect the jobs for the Filipinos. So if you were to get a job here, you really have to go through an extended process of proving why that job can't be done by a Filipino. So it's very, very difficult to get a job here. So what most people, and you really don't want a job here because they don't really pay that well. So what most people do is they get a job here working for a Western company and live here, right? So, but yeah, as far as getting like in a job here in the Philippines, it's almost impossible. Yeah. And like I said, you wouldn't really want it. Good morning from Leyte. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Mayong buntag. This might be a lame question, but can you use tap water there to clean your vegetables, lettuce? Yes. I use tap water to clean, like brush my teeth and wash my dishes, rinse stuff off, things like that. Obviously, you don't want to drink it, but you do use tap water to clean stuff. Yeah, yeah. Nuggets first, really? Nuggets, Lakers, man. Basketball is just massive here, dude. Are the Nuggets? Is this the finals? Wow, the Nuggets made it. Man, they've been incredible for a while now. It's amazing. I'm actually more into basketball now than when I lived in Denver, just because it's so much bigger here. I mean, it's just massive here. I'll have to check them out. Good for them. Good for them. I know a lot of people there in Denver are really excited about that. That's really cool. You plan to return to the United States for family events like weddings, graduations, funerals, etc. It's one of my concerns. Absolutely. Jeff, I've got absolutely. So, like my daughter graduating high school coming up here in a little bit, I'll definitely go back for that. But yeah, you can get back, and it's not that bad. It's around $2,000 to do that kind of stuff. It's just something you wouldn't want to do on a regular basis, just because of how hard it is. It's takes you out, right, for a month. You got to fly there, and you got to adjust the time zone, and then you got to come back. So it's hard. It's a hard flight, but I do plan on going back maybe once a year or so. I plan on probably next summer. That's the other thing. I got to time it when I can go back, because I got rid of all my winter clothes. It's not like I can't go back in the middle of winter. But yeah, I definitely plan on going back. Done a bunch of questions. Rich, dude, I did not get your email, brother. Um, because I've replied to all of them, I swear. CLRS70 at Gmail. What's another way? You know what? Another way to do it, because I'm not getting it, I swear. I really haven't. Unless I've replied back to you already in some way, and I just haven't. Yeah, I think I've got everybody. Is it from Rich? Let's take a look here. All mailboxes, RICH. I've got one from a guy named Richard L. Yeah, it's not you. I'm sorry, brother. I'm not seeing it. What you could also do is, if you go out to my YouTube page, I put in recent links to like Instagram, and you can mail me there, or just ask now. Like I said, I feel like this is a good format to ask those questions too. Um, so yeah, let's talk about them right now. If let's bring them up. Discerning. I just wish more videos could talk about how younger guys can make the move. Yeah, absolutely. Trying to move there to be 29, and I'm trying to move to the Philippines, 29 years old. Dude, I hear you. I'm trying to get my boy out who's the same age. And I think the key to that, right, is because you don't have, more than likely, you don't have assets to kind of carry you over, right? So you're going to want to find an online job that you can do from anywhere in the world. And the advantage of that is you don't really have to make a lot of money. You can make 40, 50 grand a year here and live very well. But you're going to also be in that age, you're going to want to protect yourself to make sure that you're able to sock away, a good portion of that, So, but that's what I would do, is if I was, young and wanting to come over here, is find an online job that you can do anywhere and do that from here. I mean, that's just smart. One, you're in a happier, healthier environment. Two, you're able to actually save probably more money than you would in the United States. Let me try to remember. How do you pay your monthly bills? So like in America. Okay, yeah, absolutely, Rich. Yeah, and again, I apologize if I missed it. I really do. This is the type of stuff I'm committed to helping people out with. So, like I said, I apologize if I missed that email. So yeah, how do I pay my monthly bills? Couple ways. I use Gcash to pay a lot of stuff, and then Gcash is an application on your phone. It's electronic payment, and you can pay, like I pay my phone bill with that. I pay my internet and my electric. So those three things I'm able to pay electronically with that. My rent, I do actually direct transfers using Remitly. So I transfer money every month to the broker who takes care of that bill for me. So that's how I pay. Those are my monthly bills, really. I do have some things are also automatic credit card, like my gym and What else do I have? I think that's about it. But Gcash and just wire transfers. Honestly, the money part's been pretty simple for me. I haven't really had any issues there at all. Matthew, oh man, thanks. Really appreciate that. It's really cool. Thank you. Virginia Beach, retiring and moving to Cebu this year. Okay, cool. Just found you 4 days ago. Watch many and like your style. Will be staying business or IT park. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, first of all, thank you. Really appreciate your support. And then, yeah, I mean, great places to be here in Cebu. Just really phenomenal starting spots. I plan on actually making a video on exactly that topic, is why Cebu is a great place for us to start here in the Philippines, and some of the advantages of the business park and IT park in particular, especially if you're looking to do any kind of remote work here, just because the uptime with electricity and internet, those are really kind of key factors here. But yeah, absolutely, man. I'm glad you found me. You are who this channel is for, as well as others. People who are just looking to see what it's about and things like that. But that's what I see in this content. I think too. Yeah, like I said, just people traveling around is I kind of do more trips and stuff out of here. Just people wanting to see. So yeah, welcome. Thank you. I need someone to vet a Filipina. I gotcha. Well, if you're worried, I think that's a sign. But I hear you. No, you got to be careful, right? Yeah. If you're looking for some wife material, if you're looking for wife material, go to the Philippines. It's much better to find someone seriously if you're actually there. That's how. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think you got to be here, and I get it because I was, 4 months ago, same boat, right? 5 months ago. It's hard to come here without knowing a soul. It really is. So I can understand the desire or want to try to meet people ahead of time. But I would just, if you're going to do that, just be clear with, like, this is a friendship until you're actually able to get there. Don't give money, don't do any of that stuff, don't even plan on dating. Just create the context of friendship until you're able to get here, because then you just don't know how things work. At least that's what I would do. Some of the Filipinos I chat with, sorry about that, some of the Filipinos I chat with are mentioning how hot it is there lately. Yes. Is it really any worse than summertime humid American South? No, I don't think so. So look, I came from Colorado. I did live in Tampa area in the late 90s, so it's been a while. But that's exactly what I hear as well, is that the like Houston and it's worse in some ways. So I think it's very comparable. Right now it's 83 degrees. I don't have the humidity, but it's hot. It's not cold here. But me coming from Colorado, it hasn't been that big of a deal, honestly. The weather hasn't been a factor. Now, I also think too that depends on where you're at. I think there's some areas that are a little warmer than others. Here in Cebu City, it really hasn't been that much of a factor. Other than December was pretty rainy. I felt like there was a lot of rainy days. But yeah, local attorney near here should be able to run background. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can run background. I don't know much about that. I do know a lot of people talk about running some type of check for marriage to see if they're married. But yeah, I don't know much about that. Hmm. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, talking about I think you were from Vancouver. It is gorgeous there. Holy mackerel! I wish I. It is a regret not going out there. What an absolutely gorgeous town. Hello, Chris. It was nice to be able to join your live. Oh man, yeah, thank you. No, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'd love to visit Vancouver. It's gorgeous there, no question. Good evening from Florida. Yes, that's right, from Florida. Nice. I'm a big online movie and TV watcher. Can I get Hulu and Netflix there? What is the TV situation like there? Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, so I have Netflix, I have Hulu, I've got actually my Apple TV. I ship that over, so I have all that stuff. I haven't got my Disney to work. Um, so I have, that's one of the things I'm actually looking at. But Netflix and all that, they work fine. Um, sometimes you want to set up a VPN so that way you can kind of set your location back to the States to kind of, so your programming is a little bit different. But yeah, those all work. Another thing that you want to do around that, Rich, is you want to, when you get here, cancel those services and then recreate them, because the pricing is going to be different. Like I haven't done that with my Netflix yet, but my pricing will be half the cost if I cancel it and set it up to my Philippines number. I mean, so what, I think I pay $18 a month now, and I think it's like less than 10. So yeah, all that stuff works out here. As far as TV and cable, I don't really have it. I didn't have it in the States though, so I just basically stream stuff. But yeah, the local TV too is all going to be broadcast in local language, so it's a great way to learn, but it's kind of hard to understand. When can we see your special friend? Yes, yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, but great girl. She's great. She's out in Balaban. Um, good friend. I've known her for a long time. And that kind of goes into what I talked about as far as get her first. You just, and that's what we created with she and I, is just friends, until I got here. And then we were going to look, and still now we're keeping things very, very casual, because it's, I don't know who else you guys watch on YouTube, but it's very dangerous for me to introduce her to the channel. It is. People get attached, and it just doesn't work out so well. Recent example is Chad Foster. I don't know if you guys watch him. That was a bad deal, right? Anyways, but she's great. She's a good friend. Great girl, really sweet. Probably, I'm actually wanting to interview her on the channel, and because she just has an incredible life. I mean, she lives out in Balaban in the province, and just incredible, I feel. And I feel like it's a story that other people would like to see in here, especially in the States. It's just, it's amazing. But yeah, she's good. Living in the Philippines, but I'm not used to the conditions yet. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's taken me, well, the weather hasn't really been a factor, but the bugs, the viruses, the colds and stuff have got me, unfortunately. I think, yeah, it's like the third or fourth time I've been sick. Game 1 Western Conference Finals. All right, cool. Yeah, I need to check into that. I like the Nugs. It'd be cool to see, like I said, a lot of living in Denver since the late 90s. Yes, Mayang Buntag. Howdy, watching from San Diego. Man, beautiful there too. Another regret I never made it out to San Diego. Wow, gorgeous. Yeah, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Hey, Timothy, welcome back. Yeah, thank you. Hey, everyone. Hi. I'm learning the transition towards retirement. Okay, so that I can live in the Philippines. Right. Yeah, nice. And weren't you from, was that Batangas, I believe, if I remember correctly? If you like to work in the ocean, you can go fishing and sell seafood. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Cash jobs. Okay. That makes sense. Have you done a second video about buying your motorcycle? I have not. It is still waiting on the registration. Yes. And I plan on it. Once, maybe I'll do an update, but definitely once that's done and the registration process is over and I could ride it legally, because right now it's got to sit there. It's really interesting. You buy a bike and it's got to sit there for months before you can take it out. Otherwise, that bike can get impounded and you're paying hefty fines. So, yeah, I plan on doing a follow-up video on that for sure, to really let people know about the process. And that's what's key. That's why I bought a used scooter that's already registered, and I can drive that around while I wait for my registration. But the truth is, too, I'm just not comfortable on a scooter. So I don't really drive it too much. And my plan with the motorcycle isn't really to drive around town. It's to really do kind of longer trips and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I plan on following up on that for sure. My mom remembers you from Starbucks. Yes, I remember your mom. She talked about you as well. That's great. I think you do a small gaming channel, right? Awesome. I'll have to. I'll check it out. Absolutely. I know your mom. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Hello. It looks so beautiful. Yes, man. It is gorgeous here. Really is gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. You know, um, just really green and lush. Yeah. It's nice. Yeah, nice. Hey, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. Yes. Thank you for your monthly payment info. I've heard stories like you have to go to places and stand in line to make payments. Yes. If you use Gcash, you won't have to do that. Yeah, you won't have to. You can pay that, like you're talking about the electric bill and stuff like that. Yeah, I use Gcash and it's all online. I really like it. Some Filipinos though are a little hesitant to use Gcash. I've noticed though. So it just depends. But yes, some of them are a little cautious. Hey Chris, my own Buntag. Is your visa Is your visa a tourist visa? Or are you planning for long-term SRRV? I wish I could get the SRRV. I mean, I still could, but it's not a good deal unless you're former military. You have to spend, I think you have to put 20 grand in a bank, and that's not a super big deal, but it's money you can't ever touch. You got to leave it there. You can't invest it. It's 20 grand that just has to sit there. Now, another way around that is you could buy property. Like I could buy a condo, but I still have to put that 20 grand, and then I have to transfer that. Like I have to go through some paperwork to even say, all right, now the condo is that. It's just a pain. It's not very convenient unless you're military. So I probably won't get that. I'll probably just do the tourist visa unless something changes. Good morning. So pretty there. I had no clue there were that many islands. Amazing, right? Over 7,000 islands. I think the other thing that's really incredible that I learned before I came out here is the length, right? If you take the Philippines from north to south, it's a distance similar from Detroit to Daytona. I mean, just massive, long, long, long. It's real hot in Florida. Yeah, there are no mountains here. It could reach triple digits. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it gets that hot here. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's. I lived in Florida for a long time. It gets hot there. Have you been to the mountains there? Have you heard other vloggers? Yeah, so I haven't really explored because I don't really have a way to kind of get around. Once I have my motorcycle up and registered, I do plan to get out to the mountains. So I have taken like V-hires up as I go over to Balamban. So I go through it, but I can't really stop and check stuff out. So I haven't done a lot of exploring yet, and I'm excited. It'll be great. We're looking forward to that. Any new habits you adapted from our culture? The one that stands out is raising my eyebrows. That is something I never did before I came here, but I'm noticing a lot of people raise their eyebrows in their communication and their talk. So that's something I've developed. What else? I think just working out more and going to the gym, which was my goal. But that isn't really anything particular with the Filipino culture. But the eyebrow raising is. I'm trying to think what else. Eating rice 3 meals a day. I eat a lot more rice than I ever have. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Those are the two big ones that stand out. What other area would you consider living in the Philippines? All right, cool. A couple areas. Bacolod City is one, high on my radar. And why that is, it's a little bit smaller than Cebu. Um, For me, I didn't want to be in the big cities, like a New York or LA. And that's kind of what Manila is that big city. So I came to Cebu, which is a little bit smaller of a city, right? But even here, I feel like I wouldn't mind being in a little bit of a smaller town, just to kind of get that small town vibe, especially while I'm still relatively young. I feel, um, where I don't really need health, 5-star health services like I might when I'm older. So like Bacolod City would be one. Actually, Davao City is another city that is a big city that also appeals to me. Yeah, that's about it as far as places I'm really considering moving to. I need to go check them out. I guess Ilo a little bit too. I have some concerns on power. I mean, there's a lot of areas that have major power issues. You know, that Canadian couple again. I talked about them. I mean, they were out of power for like 4 days in Iloilo. I mean, that's pretty serious. And that whole Negros region, they're always out of. I mean, once a week, it seems like all day they have power. Here, I just have blips. I have, moments where I'm out of power, and it's not often. I would say probably 3 times since I've lived here, I've had those, and it's down for like a minute, if that, like seconds. So, yeah, I really like Cebu. I do feel like it's a great starting spot. I plan on staying here for quite a while. This might just even be my home base. Like that might be where I continue to stay and then just kind of do trips out from here. Because it really is, if you look at that region of the Philippines, you're right in the middle and you've got a major airport. Plus, you can take ferries and stuff like that if you wanted to, even take a slower method, or like for me, take a motorcycle. So, yeah, Cebu City is really a great place. Hmm. Why did you settle in the Philippines and not in Mexico so it's easier access to the United States? Great question, right? A couple of reasons why I chose the Philippines is one, just the really friendliness of the culture and the people that are here, and two, it's English speaking. I do speak a little bit of Spanish, like my ex-wife is from Mexico, and if I was still married, we would probably be in Mexico. But I like the English speaking and the culture here. I mean, just the people here are so friendly. Um, and I felt like for me being a single guy and dating and stuff like that, it's better here than it would be in Mexico for me. So yeah, that's kind of why I chose really Southeast Asia in general. I feel is a lot better option if that single guy thing is a factor. If you're, like I said, if I was still married, I'd probably be in Mexico, yeah, or even Central America. Get a VPN and you can, yeah, right. Get a VPN and you can get most anything. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. I don't really use my VPN though, honestly, that much. I use a little bit on my iPad whenever I want to go out to, if it's something that's maybe blocked or banking or things like that. Have you been to the mountains there in Cebu City? Have you vlogged about it in one day? I haven't, like I said, I haven't. I've been kind of stuck, right? When you don't have transportation, you rely on V-hires and taxis to get around everywhere. You're a little bit limited. So most of my stuff has just been here in the city, which is fine. I'm kind of getting to know my way around. But as soon as my motorcycle gets registered, I plan on heading up and doing a lot of stuff. I'm actually meeting some people here too, some other vloggers who do some hiking and things like that. Because that was something I enjoyed in Colorado, is getting out, being on the trail and hiking around. Definitely stuff I plan on shooting here going forward, as well as still photography. I've got incredible still photography set up, for landscape photography. So it's coming. It's coming. Hey Chris, what's my odds of successfully financially if I move there 59 now, 150,000 saved for 3 years, so 150K saved, yeah. Yeah. It's just hard, right? It's going to depend a lot on you and what you do. Do people live here on 1,700 a month? Absolutely. They do, especially with 150 saved. You're in a decent spot, no question. I Yeah, you're in a good spot. You'd want to be careful, but you're in a good spot. I mean, that's 1,700 is not bad. You've got a nice nest. You've got a nice security, right? to go back if you need and start over if you needed to. So not bad, man. Not bad. Good for you. You know, just friends. Yeah. Oh, man. Every guy, when they come here, needs to meet someone who's been here for a while. Like I got another guy. So I've met one of those guys. When I first moved into my apartment here, he sat me down and he said, Chris, your biggest problem won't be meeting a Filipino. Your biggest problem is going to be choosing. Pretty amazing. He is right. Yeah, there's it's so different from what we're used to. So different in the fact that there's a lot of options compared to nothing. So yeah, no, she's a great girl though. Just a sweet, sweet, good friend. Aloha, Chris. Love your channel. I've been there in Leyte. Was there in Leyte in August. Can't wait. Oh, you're gonna be there in Leyte. I'm gonna build a house in Leyte with my Filipino and make the rest of my life, dude. Good for you, dude. Yeah, you know, I'm hope you're aware of the weather there, right? Like, keep an eye. They get hammered with storms pretty regularly. They're kind of the leading edge. But yeah, dude, good for you, brother. Yeah, good stuff. Do you meet new people easily walking around in coffee shops? Yes, you do. People are really, really friendly here. They really are. They're just really warm, inviting, welcoming. They want to talk. They're curious. The foreigners, not so much. Depends. The new foreigners, yes. The ones that have been here a while, maybe not so much. Just depends. They'll warm up to you probably later on, but yeah, no, people are great here. People are great. It would be tight. You could do it. Yeah. It just depends on where you're at. It depends on where you're at. 1,700 is not bad. Plus with 150 in the bank, it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, it just depends on where you're at. Obviously, BGC, that won't work. But if you get out a little bit, I mean, even in those areas, if you really wanted a big city to be in, just get out a little bit, and you'd be amazed what you can save and how much things are. Dude, I know, guys. I'm waiting. If Mark is watching, I would love to chat with you about your budget. Dude, this guy gets by on nothing. 6,000 pesos. Holy mackerel. Hold on. I got to pull up my conversion. Yeah, I would love to interview this dude. He gets by on like just over $100. Whew. Man, that's insane. Now, granted, you wouldn't want to do that, right? But you can live really, really cheap. You can live really, really cheap. Cleveland, Ohio, 70 and sunny. Yes. Gosh, I must know you, right? I lived in Cleveland. Do I know you? Oh, too fun. Dave's RV channel. Thanks for your channel. You're helping me make a decision about my near future. Awesome. Really happy, right? This is what the channel is about. Really, just kind of bringing people together, talk about the Philippines for people who are either curious about what it's like to live here, or if you're looking to come here. So absolutely happy to bring people together to talk about it. Yeah, totally. Yeah, thanks for being here again. I really appreciate it. Hope all is good in Florida. Take care, free. I live in Florida. We've talked a couple times over your lives. Awesome. Yeah, no, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for being here and being part of it. Really, it's incredible. It really is. It's awesome. So thank you. The SRRV is a retirement visa that you can get. So if you've served in the military, and if you have a pension for, I think it's around 1,500 US, you can get that visa at an extremely reduced cost. You only actually have to have, I believe it's 1,500 US in a bank account, and then you can get that visa. It's an incredible deal. Versus you can still get it if you didn't serve in the military, but you need to have 20,000 US in a bank account that you can't touch ever. So it doesn't earn interest. It just sits there. Or you can use, like if you own a condo, you can also use that asset. But basically the SRRV visa is a type of visa that allows you to kind of stay here. You can also stay here on the tourist visa for up to 3 years. And then if you leave, it kind of resets. But the SRRV visa allows you to kind of do, you don't have to do a lot of the extensions and stuff like that. You're good. Yeah, special resident retirement. Awesome. Thanks, BJ. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. I wish let's see. If I was born in the Philippines, however, I'm a U.S. citizen. I need to get a visa for how long? Yeah, so basically you get the visa upon arrival. It's a little stamp you, and you're good. You're good for 3 years. Yep. How was your accident affect your condition in driving a motorbike? How has your accident affected your confidence in driving a motorbike? Yeah, I have no confidence anymore. It scares the crap out of me. Yeah, yeah. I'm actually surprised I'm riding again, but I moved to a country where you don't really have a lot of choice. When 90% of the vehicles are two wheels, the nice thing about being in Cebu though is I don't really need it, and I don't plan on really riding it around the city. I plan on being out on the less busier roads, kind of touring around the islands. But you don't really need it in the city. But yeah, it scares the crap out of me. I almost died. I had a car pull out in front of me, and I was doing like 50, and it was a hatchback, the Subaru Forester, and pulled out in front of me. They were stopped. I was going 50, and I went through the back of it. Broke my hips. Got plates and screws. 3 months in a wheelchair, and then 4 months retraining my body to walk again. Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough year last year. I'll do a video on that eventually. Rice is life. Yes. What are your favorite Filipino foods so far? I've heard they're horrible. It's not bad. I don't mind the food here. I mean, I love the fresh fruits and the fresh fruit and the mangoes. Holy mackerel. And the fresh fish. And there's holy mackerel again. Too bad Vikings not watching. But yeah, I love the fresh fish. The food really isn't that bad, but I wasn't a big food guy to begin with, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Let's see how we at time here. Okay, good. I've never been to other region in the Philippines, just Luzon. Okay, yeah. I like this Cebu Island. It's like I said, it's centrally located. It's beautiful. It's nice. I think it's great. I haven't been to Luzon. I plan on checking out Luzon. A lot of areas. Gosh, there's so many areas. You can spend a lifetime here just traveling around the Philippines, right? Which I plan on doing. But I like this Cebu area. It's beautiful. Hey, how's it going, man? Dude, I hope you're good there. I was actually planning on being down in Balamban, but I caught a bug, man, and I don't want to, obviously I don't want to travel around if I'm sick. So I'm going to be down there real soon. And love to catch up with you guys. Timothy, can you get local health insurance without? Yeah, you can get local health insurance, and I'll probably actually do a video on this at some point, because in my budget video, a lot of people pointed out how bad Safety Wing is, and dude, I don't know, right? But it did spook me a little bit, and I do think it's overpriced. And I think Safety Wing is good if you're traveling around to a bunch of different countries, but for me, just being here in the Philippines, I think there are better options. But no, you don't need. You can get insurance without whatever tourist visa or whatever. So it is independent of your visa. But I am going to be changing up my health insurance. Good morning. Try visit Tagaytay or Baguio. They're known for cooler. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and even right here in Cebu, I mean, you can go up the mountain and you can be in cooler climate pretty quick. So, but yeah. Yep, lots of destinations here. Holy mackerel! Hey, welcome back. Yeah, appreciate it. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit different. I'm, just getting over a bug. So, thank you. I appreciate it. If you are outside of Cebu or Manila, you're going to have major issues with power. It's only going to get worse as thousands of foreigners move here every month, straining an already strained grid. Yeah, I I do think Cebu City is great place, man. In that regard, I mean, holy mackerel! Could you imagine being out of power for 4 days? Man, that'd be rough. It'd be rough, especially when it's so hot. Yeah, yeah. I think Cebu is great in that sense, where you don't have those issues. You just don't. The power grid here is so stable; it has to be. They got businesses that they support all over the world, and that uptime is needed. So you just don't have power issues. And another factor to look at that is, when Odette came through here, the place I'm in actually didn't lose power, so they have generators. So there's ways around it. Keeping my voice moist here. Hey, Chris, good evening from Chicago. Just came back from the Philippines last week. Nice, man. Fell in love with the people. Absolutely, right? Incredible. I think people are hands down. Yeah, man, really is. What do people say about the Philippines? People come for the beauty, but stay for the people. I think it's so true. I think it's so true. Man, just incredible people here. Generous, kind, curious. Yeah, it's really great. Really great. All right. Can you talk about the banking system there? Do they have U.S. banks there you can use? Bank of America, Chase. There's a lot on this, I feel. So one of the friends that I just made is teaching me a little bit about things that he's doing. So I'm really kind of in this inquiry now. But I can tell you, I don't really have a bank here set up. I plan on getting one. There's two accounts I think you want to get. You want to get a peso account and then a dollar account. I don't know. There's speculation on which way to do it, but so I don't have any banking accounts right now. I just transfer myself cash and then go get cash and then pay most of my stuff just online. But yes, once you get like your ACR card, it depends on the bank. But I'm hearing that once you're here for like 6 months, you can get a bank account. So you can do that. It hasn't been something I've needed with Gcash and transferring stuff, but my buddy was saying, Chris, if you're going to be moving larger sums of money around, you're going to want to get a US dollar. You want to get a dollar account here in the Philippines. And he's actually suggested BPI. And then you want to get a peso account and then move the money in between. It's something I'm actually currently investigating and looking at how to do it. And I'll probably talk more about it. So there's kind of ways around that. Yeah. But right now I don't have anything like that. I just have my accounts in the United States. U.S. banks are few. Yeah. Bambi, there are no U.S. banks here. Well, yeah. Yeah, there's some tricks. There's some things that I'm looking at. So and the reason they came up from him is he just bought a car. So he needed to have like, whatever, 30 grand US. So when you're talking about that kind of money that you're moving around, which if you're living here, there might be instances where you need that. Let's say you're going to buy a house or things. So there's some tricks to avoid fees and transfers and things like that. So I'm digging. I'm digging. It's good that you're alive again. Hope you try some cooler places. Yeah, which can be reached by land from Manila. Yeah, they're Tagaytay, South. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I plan on checking that out for sure. I plan on it. Yep. I'm in Cebu at Citibank here. Just okay, cool. You're in Cebu. All right, nice, man. Camping. Yeah, salamat. A little over 100 a month. Is that straight, Rice? What's that? I missed it. A little over 100 a month. 100 a month for what? Sorry, I'm 844. How far am I behind? I'm not too far behind. You're right about dating thing. I remember Latin America. Yeah, Latin America Cupid and Filipino Cupid. I do get some responses from the ladies. Yep, LA Cupid, but I get 10 times the responses on Filipino Cupid. Yeah, it's just, dude, I don't think there's a better place probably in the world for us single men to be. It's so many dating options here. Especially if coming from the United States, it's just, man, it's the exact opposite of what we're used to. It's really, I didn't really, I mean, that was an aspect for me of coming here. Really, for me, though, it was more of a culture thing. I couldn't be around that kind of hate culture anymore. I just couldn't do it. But yeah, it's really different here. Yeah, there are different types of SRRV. Absolutely. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Good morning. Nice to see your channel is growing. Enjoy your state. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Salamat, Sky. I really appreciate that. I'm very honored to be here. Yeah, very, very honored. It's incredible. I love it. What happens with health insurance for foreigners? Well, you know, it's not a requirement, right? I mean, it's something you probably should have or would want to have, but I mean, well, I guess if you have enough money to just pay stuff out, which, you know, things aren't on a level of cost that we're used to, or like healthcare isn't a business here. So things are very affordable. You can just pay cash for a lot of things, but you know, whatever, you probably want 50,000 US in a bank to pay for a lot of that. But, you know, most people would suggest get a health insurance plan to kind of cover with that. It's not that expensive, whatever, maybe a couple thousand US a year to have a health insurance plan that would cover you for emergencies. So, and then, you know, you can do a combination of out of pocket versus your health insurance. But yeah. Thank you for clarifying. Your channel really inspires me to prepare and go back to the Philippines. Yeah, no problem. My pleasure. Like I said, that's what we're here. That's what, for me, that's why I created this channel, honestly, is just to kind of bring people together and talk about being in the Philippines, you know, as well as kind of document my experience in that whole thing. So yeah, I'm happy. Let's see. What's maybe you follow former. Okay, cool. Yeah. Nice. Good morning, Chris. I just watched you recorded live, and I noticed that you're live on. I'm late. No, you're fine. Yeah, welcome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. It can happen. Dual citizenship. Okay. Philippines passport. You can enter the country automatically over the 1 year. Sorry, my last comment was truncated. All right. Do you have income now, or are you living? I'm living off of savings. No income. So, you know, if I need to, I'm going to reassess kind of my finances in a couple of years. I think I'm on track financially. I'm not overspending. You know, I did look at my budget just recently, kind of when I did that video. I think I'm on track to be where I want to be and to get to 59 and a half. But I do need to kind of watch stuff. But I'm not working. And if I need to go back to work, I can do just some IT work, you know, part-time or whatever from here. But I'll look at January and see where I'm at. I think I'm in good shape though. Been there on a motorcycle crash. I lost a friend who missed. Yep. I lost a friend who missed me by inches, and that was a year later. 94-year-old Cadillac. Yep. Yeah, it's but unfortunately here in the Philippines, you know, it's all two wheels, which is nice in a sense that drivers are used to two wheels being all around you. That's kind of one of the problems in the United States, I feel, is that they're just not used to two-wheel drivers. You know, when they change lanes and stuff like that, they're here, you know, with the majority of the vehicles being two wheels, it's just different. Yeah. But yeah, it's dangerous. Too bad that I have medications worth $5,000 every month in the US without insurance. So if I live in the Philippines, my current insurance will not cover it in the US. I'm stuck in the United States. Yeah. And I don't have any medication, so I don't know about that side of it, but I have heard that medications can actually be a little bit more expensive here and harder to find. So I don't know. But yeah, no, that I hear you, man. That's rough. And you know, I hope there's ways maybe you could even just come and visit, check it out, maybe look firsthand to see maybe if some of that's true, or you can find your medications cheaper. I mean, I guess it's possible, but if you can come out here and check it out and look, or hang out and watch the channel and live through us. I know that's not the best of scenarios, but I know there's a lot of people who are like that, honestly, too, that they had no intention of coming to the Philippines, but they like watching it, as it's something that they're interested in. But I would, Joel, if you can come out and spend a little bit of time, I would say come at least 2 weeks, just because it takes you some time to adjust right to the time zone. But if you can do that, I would come out. But I hear you, brother. And, I hope you're good there. Really. I'm a new subscriber. I'm originally from Cebu, but currently based here in Manila. Okay, cool. I miss a relaxed vibe there. Awesome perspective. I appreciate that. Manila is just too chaos. Yep, busy. Yeah, man. It's interesting perspective, and I appreciate that. And nothing against Manila too, right? I know a lot of people in that Manila area, and it's one of the reasons why I chose this particular region. I just wanted a smaller town for me. And look, I think if you're into that BGC in like a New York and LA vibe, I think that's great. I think that's great. For me, I just wanted that little smaller feel and the way to kind of get out of town quickly if I wanted to, and as well as a major airport, which Cebu is it, man. Cebu is it. Yeah, thanks for that perspective. I really appreciate that, honestly. Yeah, right? I think we just kind of went over that. And there's a lot about Cebu City that I think it offers people. And I wouldn't say it's for everybody, but I think it's a great place to start, right? As a foreigner coming over here, I think it's really that great place to start. But let's say you're this guy that, I'm used to living in the country. Like I'm a Kansas guy, Nebraska guy, whatever. Let's say that's you. Even starting here in Cebu for 6 months and then getting out. I mean, you can drive half hour and be out, kind of out a little bit, right? So, but yeah, Cebu wouldn't be for everybody, especially that real rural person who likes that. But yeah, I think it is a great place to start. I'm actually going to do a video on that because I think it is important for people to kind of look at. All right. Ginger in my tea. The other thing I'm getting are what do you call probiotics? I used to take them in the United States. And well, I got really, really sick in January. I had a nasty virus. And was prescribed some antibiotics, which I think killed off. I mean, it killed the virus that I had, but I think it killed a lot of my healthy stuff too. So just kind of rebuild a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit with my immune system, which is unfortunate, depressing. Hey, Chris, you're awesome. Can't wait to get there in August. Nice, man. Although I'm a proud American, our culture here is, yeah, full of mass shootings daily, weekly, among other current tragedies like homeless, etc. I hear you, brother. It does, it saddens me that, I need to get out of my country to feel like I need to be happy and healthy. It's unfortunate. And, I got to a place though where it was an integrity issue for me to be there. I needed to be in a space where I can, take care of myself. And that's kind of what I'm doing. Ironically, I'm sick, but, but yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah. Take care there. And are you coming to Cebu in August? Yeah, happy to help out however I can. Citibank all over the Philippines, Bank of America also. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the banks I use a little bit to kind of pick up I use a BPO, and like I said, the one foreigner suggested a dollar account with BPI. And I'm currently looking at that stuff, so I'll make more information on that. BOA and Chase debit cards work for me at ATMs. You can also take out 10,000 pesos per transaction. Got multiple ones in the same day. Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. I've never used a debit. I've never used an ATM machine in my almost 6 months here. I just wire myself cash. And it costs me, I think, $5. And I do it once every couple months. Like I'll wire myself enough cash for a month or so, and that's it. Dude, and I just kind of got used to that. As when I came here, I brought 5,000 US with me. And, I would just, go over, I'd take 1,000 at a time and exchange it over. I just got used to having cash around, and I liked it. And then I don't ever have to worry about ATMs. I don't have to worry about fees. I don't, I don't have to worry about taking 10,000 out at a time. I just transfer myself cash every now and then. I like that way a lot. And it does require you live in a little bit of a secure, place, but yeah, I like that way. And I don't carry cash with me like that all the time, but yeah. Not sure if Citibank or Bank of America still exists. Yeah, I'm not sure either on those. I haven't seen those around, but there's a foreigner in Dumageddon. His YouTube channel is It's Me. His entire house in solar. Yes, I know that guy. We'll watch this channel too. He's from Chicago. Good kid, right? Him and his wife. Yeah, they built the whole house there. Yeah, really kind of looks like a self-sustaining house. Yeah, I like his channel. U.S. banks in Batangas. Okay. Try visiting South Cebu, Chris. I would recommend Hawaiian Falls. Yes, Canyoneering. I've heard a lot about that. A lot of foreigners Malbal too, mostly backpackers. Yep, those two areas, very popular. I've heard a lot about. I definitely plan on checking them out. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There are a lot of changes of major banks in the U.S. Some of the branches here in Florida have been closed. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I've heard a little bit about that. You said you know someone who survives on a little more. Yeah, dude, crazy, isn't it? Most of his bills. So his reoccurring bills are like 6,000. His rent, his electric. What else did he have? Yeah, his rent was like nothing. I can't remember how much his most expensive bill is his electric, which was 3,000 pesos. So the other 3,000 is like his rent. Yeah, it's just a small one bedroom, like a studio somewhere. But mine, I'm in a studio here, so 23 square feet, tiny. Yeah, yeah, you can do it, especially if you get out a little bit. He's not far; he's like an hour. I'm I'm hoping I interview him. He's a great guy too. Guy is hilarious. He's a Vietnam vet, a great guy, incredible, just a really good guy from Carolinas. Really cool. I hope I get a chance to talk to him. I've been watching the number of Dumageddon bloggers. They seem to be living kind of rough and broke. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. I think some guys out there are doing pretty good. But yeah, yeah. There's some great neighborhoods out there too. I think in Dumageddon. I didn't want to be out there just because of the power issues that they were having with that grid. They're every Sunday or so they're out all day with power, and that to me didn't seem very appealing. So yeah, middle class lifestyle in the Philippines. Yeah, I think it's here. I think it's a little bit. I think there is a growing middle class. I don't really pay much attention to the politics or the economy, but I do think there is a little bit of a middle class here. I see it. I see it. Yes, hello from Batangas. Thank you. Appreciate it. Pacific Cross Insurance. Yes, it's on my radar. I think that will be um, what I'm looking to go to. I know there's a couple of them. Pacific Cross, and there's another one. Yeah. Healthcare in the Philippines is very cheap and very affordable. Self-insured, staying healthy is cheaper. You can do self-insured. But I actually think it's a better option to be partially self-insured, yes, but also get a health insurance plan like Pacific Cross or something like that, because then you're covered. If you have cancer or heart attack or stroke or something big, I think you really want to have an accident. I think it's cheap. You're talking, a couple thousand US a year for that policy. And I would probably go that direction instead of fully self-insured. You're building a great channel, excellent content. Man, Ken, really appreciate it. Thank you. I really thank you so much. Really, it's been fun. It's been a lot of work too. Like this isn't what I did before. I was an IT guy, right? But I didn't do YouTube. But so I'm learning a lot, which is great. Enjoying it. I'm watching a lot of training content on how to build a channel and things like that. So, but it's been fun. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ken. I'm wondering if an expat could could own a condo and put it on an Airbnb. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah, that's a good question. Legally, right? Probably want to talk to an attorney. But I mean, you can definitely own a condo, but whether or not you can, you can put it on there, I would think so. I mean, yeah. Or there's ways around that, right? Like using a broker. I'm pretty sure the owner of my condo, I think they live in LA. My Filipino brother was killed in a motorcycle. Yeah, you know, it's definitely the roads here are pretty crazy. No, they are crazy. Actually, like the idea of being there riding. It should be an easy transition. There was a time where I owned a motorcycle, rode year round, 100-degree, up, rain, wind, even snow. Same here. I rode in Colorado year round. I put on a lot of miles. I had two bikes. I had a 790 Duke, and I had over 20,000 miles on that bike. And I can't remember how many years. I want to say like 3 years. I rode a ton. I rode all the time. I loved it. Loved it. Yeah. It's different riding here, though. A lot different riding here. First of all, the CC of the bike, you have most everything is below 150 cc because you don't really get above like 30 miles an hour, hardly ever. So it's different riding here, different bikes, like I said, but it's great. It's beautiful. I'm excited to kind of get back out a little bit. Your laughter sounds good. Keep on laughing and attracting more audience. Appreciate that. Absolutely. Smile and laugh, right? Yeah, thank you. I've heard that meeting random ladies in a mall in Cebu is easy. Have you tried this method? Is it easiest portrayed by other channels? Yes and no. I talked a little bit about this in my dating thing. They're very shy, and if you approach them, you have to be very, very careful. You can't be aggressive in your approach. They'll smile, but that's a nervous smile or a shy smile. And yes, it's a little bit challenging. I haven't met any. The people who come up to me in the malls, they're professionals, if that makes sense, right? So you got to be careful of that. But yeah, you can meet people everywhere and anywhere. You just got to be really cautious and careful on your approach. I think it's better to meet. You can meet girls in the malls for sure. Like I said, I know I've said it a bunch of times the same way, but but it's true. You got to be. I've just seen these guys. One guy in particular, he was a tourist here, and he was like, "Gosh, these girls are running away from me. I don't know what I'm doing." I'd go up and talk to him or not meet anyone. It's just he'd be so aggressive and fast that they would just run away. So you got to be careful. I respect your advice. Come for 2 weeks, but from the East Coast, I recommend a minimum 3 weeks. Yes, absolutely. Yes, no, absolutely. It's hard. I mean, you spend a month or so if you can, right? I mean, I just say a bare minimum. Most of us, United States, don't really have more than 2-week vacation. Can you do it in a 2-week vacation? Sure, it's going to be hard though. It's going to be hard. But yeah, yeah, stay as long as especially if you're looking to move out here. You're gonna want, and if you're looking to move out here, pick a spot and stay and get to know. Because if you bounce around place to place, you're just in vacation mode and you're not really getting a sense of what it's like, right? If you're looking to move to Cebu City, come Cebu City and stay and chill for 2 weeks. Check it out. Walk the streets. So yeah. Can you PI a bar girl in Cebu City for me? Oh, just look. What is PI? Can I pick up a bar girl in Cebu City? Too funny. Yeah, I've been actually to a couple of bars, just kind of chilling out, listen to music. It's not what I envisioned. I think a lot of that stuff went away during the pandemic. As far as the real seedy places, they shut them down. The Cebu governor or the mayor, I think, is really against a lot of that stuff. So a lot of that stuff kind of got shot down. The really bad areas like Mango Avenue and stuff. To me, there's really not much going on there. So yeah, it's really kind of, it was like I said, it's really conservative here. I think you can find pockets where it's not, but yeah, yeah. If you need to work again, get in touch with me since you have remote work culture as company. Yeah, all right, Joel. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I spent 20 plus years in tech support, worked for a law firm, a couple of them, but for one in particular, for many years, supporting attorneys in the legal industry. I loved it. I loved that. I love working for those guys. It was good times. So appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hello, new subscriber. You're one of the first expats I've seen using a 360 camera. I must say, I enjoy the footage. Man, Clark, appreciate that. It's been an adventure. I've learning a lot. The 360 camera, it does have some limitations, and indoors in particular, in low light. So I'm trying to figure out ways around that. But I'm really liking the camera. I think what it offers, and it is incredibly unique, the footage. So, but there are some limitations, and I hope further versions of the camera, the next year or so really help with that. But there's not a lot of people who vlog with this camera, and I feel like it's a big asset for my channel and what I do. It's really unique in the views that it provides. It's very, very different. So thanks, Clark. Appreciate that. How long that 5G lasts? I can't remember how fast I burned through that. Yeah, a couple months. I mean, I bought, I think I bought my motorcycle part of that too. So I kind of, I had it last quite a while, maybe 3 months or so. But also too, I spent all like my rent and stuff. I didn't use that to pay that. I did that electronically. So it was just really spending money. That's quite a while. Yeah, 3 months or so. Chris is not a bar girl type. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, as you're recording yourself, you learn a lot about yourself. I didn't realize how conservative I was. I'm just not. And, like I said too, I think coming over here wasn't necessarily it was about dating in some sense of it. I'm not going to lie or deny that, but it really was about my health and fitness and it kind of going that direction too. So thank goodness I'm not 20 anymore. I'm a little more chill in that part of my life as far as relationships and in meeting those types of relationships. I actually don't mind myself. I did have some trouble with wrinkled bills. Yes, even smudged ones. Yes, absolutely. Your bills. You want to make sure that they're crisp and hundreds. I had some people that wouldn't take anything other than hundreds. But before I came over here, I went to the bank and I had a stack of 100 bills or 5,000 all 100. So, but there was one place who actually they took everything. They took my 20s, they took my singles, they even took my coins. I think that was here in Ayala Mall at the bottom of, I can't remember, one of the department stores. There was an exchange that took everything. So that was cool. So you can find some places that will take some other bills. Timothy, I'm an expat and have a couple of condos and Airbnb. Had to use a lawyer though. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Good call. Thanks, Rudy. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yep. Good stuff. Yeah. I mean, this is just awesome, right? Good stuff. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I was able to live less than 100 miles. Yeah. I mean, people can do it. I know guys who are doing it now. It's just a matter of, how do you want to live? For me, I wanted a little more security, especially if you're just coming over here, in a foreign country, not knowing anybody. But yeah, people live cheap, man. People really do. Wish I could stay longer, but it was very nice to be on your live. Oh man, thank you so much. Yeah, good night there. I know it's late. Yeah, good night there. Thank you. Ampin. If you do AWS security work, get in touch with me in case you might want to work again. Okay. Remote work, culture 90. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't do a ton of cloud stuff. gosh, I did, being in IT work for 20 plus years, there's a lot that I did, right? But yeah, no, I appreciate it, Joel. It's fun. That's what's been fun about YouTube. It's satisfying that technology need for me, and just the exploration of video editing and camera. I do miss I miss the people that I worked with at my old firm. Yeah, they were just good people. But yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that, Joel. I really do. Good stuff. Hey, Chris, are you liking Cebu? I'm an IT guy, but earlier career class, so I plan to live and work in US a while. Been in Cebu 3 months now while I finish my online, comp sci degree. Good for you, man. Yeah, I'm an IT guy. But, yeah, good for you. So you're here in Cebu looking to go to the States and do IT work there? All right. Yeah. I mean, I would live here and do IT work, honestly. And the reason why is because you can make American wages. You can make that six-figure salary, and you could live here on next to nothing. If you can swing that, I would do that. Especially with IT work, you don't necessarily need to be, um, in an office. I think a lot of those jobs are still pretty remote. How safe for a woman travel alone in Cebu? Yeah, I think you're fine. You know, there's a lot of talk about that, right? And a lot of my viewers. So YouTube gives me stats on the type of viewer. I can't see who people are, but so one of the stats I have is gender. So there are a lot of women viewers. So I do think there are a lot of interest in women coming here to the Philippines, and I don't really see a lot of single expats like women wise here, but it doesn't mean they don't exist. And I feel it's safe, and you'd want to have that Western mindset about you as far as your head on you and your security and your awareness of stuff that I think most people do, especially Western women, growing up in the United States, right? So I think it's doable, absolutely. Especially too, I think if you even got out a little bit, I think the cities in some ways are worse than the provinces as far as security. Not that they're unsecure, but I think you're going to find friendlier type environments outside, even a little, get out of the city a little bit. At least that's been my experience and what I've seen from others as well. Expats like you who appreciate our simple culture and make us Filipinos value more our country. Yeah, salamat. No, I'm very, very honored and privileged to be here. I mean, seriously, this is just, I feel very blessed. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How was your first Synologue experience? Pretty incredible. I was blown away. So I got here in early December, and Synologue happened, but not even 2 months after that. So I was still adjusting in so many ways. And I'm excited about the next one because now I'm a little more prepared. And I want to be more prepared too as far as the route and how things go, because I really didn't get to see a lot of the parade, but just the city. Holy mackerel. I mean, this city was just packed. There were so many people here, so many people, and just everyone was partying and having fun. And I was out. I had some friends come in from out of town, and we hung out for like 2 a.m, just wandering around, and just everyone was just it was really cool. Yeah, yeah. The same in Thailand. The one come up are working. Yep. Yeah, Thailand's got a huge digital nomad type of work culture too, where you've got a lot of people going to Thailand for work. The big bikes, yeah, the big bikes are pretty much out of place. Yep. When I rode on Sikihor and Negros Oriental, some guys did have big bikes, but I'm not sure why. Yeah, smaller bikes are what you need here. They're just so much more practical. You got to get in and out, got to maneuver. Um, yeah, so anything over 500 cc is, just first of all, you're not going to get over probably 40 or 50 miles an hour unless you're in the Manila area. You're just that it's worthless. Honestly, I think this Honda ADV, like the scooters and stuff, are really probably the best. I just couldn't get an ADV 160, or I would have bought one. But I went with a 350 cc Hunter 350. It's a Royal Enfield, so Yeah, smaller displacement bikes are where it's at. Bigger, heavier stuff, it's just not very practical. A group of Harley riders came through. Yep, we were talking about them for months. Yeah, no, it's fun. I see guys. Out too. There are some big bike. Yeah, I see a lot of BMWs, big GSs. I see those bikes here too. So they're around. It's hard in the traffic. It's really hard. Yeah, it depends on the HOA if you can do. Yeah, I would I would get an attorney like the one gentleman was talking about. So you're navigating it 1 month. Yeah, 1 month minimum, 2 weeks. Yeah, it's hard, especially if you're looking to move here. You really gotta spend that time, and you'd want to stay in one spot. Like I said, if you're looking to move to the Cebu city, come here and don't go to Bohol. Stay here in the city and go around. I just meet guys too that are, gosh, there was one guy in this Facebook group. He was like, "Oh man, I just got here and I can't, I need to go home." I was like, "Dude, didn't you come out and check it out?" I think he was worried the bugs, like he was like the ants and stuff. He was in a place that had some bugs and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's part of it. But yeah, come out, do your homework, check it out, make sure you're comfortable with being out here. You're so right, Chris. Most Filipinos are shy. Yep, they will laugh because yes, they're nervous. Yeah, it's true. There's that. If you approach them and talk to them and they laugh and smile, that might be a nervous reaction. You might be making them feel uncomfortable. It's not necessarily a sign that they're interested in you. It could be a sign that you're scaring them into to maybe kind of, yeah. You have to read. It's different. Yeah, you can earn income in the Philippines yes, you can earn income, right? Yeah, I would hire a lawyer to get advice on that. Yeah, I don't think if you're here in the Philippines on a tourist visa, you can make any income. I think that's right. But I'm no attorney, so yeah, yes, thumbs up. I'll hit that at some point. Appreciate that. What do we got? An hour and a half. Never seen 50-foot selfie stick. Well, yeah, this thing in my Bentine videos, I got this thing on. It's crazy. It yeah. I didn't shoot with this. I haven't shot with this recently. I meant to I need to get this back out again. It creates some interesting views. But yeah, the selfie sticks are crazy. Yeah, good stuff. Motorcycle around $2,000. Yeah, right. I think that Honda ADV is what is that? 160,000 pesos. That's 2,800. Yeah, and my motorcycle, I think that was 250,000 pesos. So that's like 4,500. So yeah, depends on what you're getting. Smaller bikes around $4,000. The scooters around two. Yeah. Hello. How's it going? Mayang buntag. I had a Philippine walker try to solicit me. Yes, across from Ayala. She looked nice. She wasn't even sweet in the way she approached me. Yeah, I'd want to approach me. I get approached a lot in the mall by the same girl. It's like, dude, you don't remember me? I've told you no like 50 times already. I think now she recognizes me. She hasn't come up a couple times, but yeah, we get approached in the mall, a lot. There's, it happens, but that's about it. Actually, that's the only place I really get approached. But I worked in Vegas. It's that happens. It happens in the States. Mm, absolutely. Yeah, let me know when we're closer to that. Like I said too, Jo, I'll be down in Balamban. I'm supposed to be down now, but I caught a bug, and I'm almost over. I'm almost out of that. Feeling better, but I don't want to travel feeling sick and get other people sick too. But I'll be in your area really soon. But yeah, let me know when you're up here. I'm single and looking to go back to the Philippines. Who's looking for? Oh, no doubt. Good for you. Yeah, come back. You should come back. Batangas, right? You have a lot of family down there. That's cool. I spent a lot of time in ILIT Park. Okay, yeah. Mercado has some great food opportunities. Yes. I don't love the street food in the Philippines compared to other Asian countries, but I think the food here is underrated. I agree. I haven't really had any problems, Eli. I'm the same with you. Dude, we're neighbors. We should hang out. Do we already hang out? You should, dude, shoot me a message. So I added some things on YouTube channel. When you go to my homepage, there's a Facebook group that I created that I'm still in the midst of creating, but there's a link to that on my banner as well as my Instagram. So feel free to sign up to either one of those and message me on there. Love to. I agree. I actually really I don't mind the food here. I think it's great. Have you been down to? I think it's called what, the Stockades. It's the new in Carbon Market area. I'm going to be doing a video on that. But dude, let's hang out, man. Look me up if we're not already hanging out. How expensive it is to buy a car in the Philippines? I think it is a lot more expensive, especially too, depending on the vehicle that you want. You can get those cheap little. Yeah, thanks, Eli. I just saw you. Um, you can get those cheap little multi-cabs, which are about, I don't even, a couple $1,000s. So you can get those, but if you could buy like a car that's imported, you're going to pay a little bit more. I know a gentleman, like I was saying in the banking stuff, he did just buy in a car, so they're a little more expensive. I would say in the 30,000 range, depending on the vehicle that you're looking for. But you can get those little multi-cabs for like $4,000, pretty cheap, pretty inexpensive. You can buy a brand new Toyota Wigo for yeah. What is that? Hold on, I'm just converting. 532 123. Yeah, so that's around almost 10,000 US. Okay, yeah, ain't bad. Yeah, it just depends on what you get. Some cars are going to be cheaper than others depending on the manufacturer. You get some of the imported stuff, you'll pay a little bit more. But there's some ones that yeah, cool. You, Paul, if you're a foreigner working online, a foreigner. Yeah, Jo, dude, I actually think on a tourist visa, I don't think you're allowed to make any money. I think he's right. I think it's actually illegal to earn money. I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I would recommend someone to hire one. Yeah. If you can buy me a coffee or meet up lunch sometime at Ayala, if you want to hang out with the Philippines a lot. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. I just saw you on Instagram. So let's message. Absolutely. If your daughter is pursuing nursing, Cebu has several excellent nursing schools. Fees, expenses mostly out of pocket. But best thing is once done. She has 0 student loans. Ram, you're so true, Ram. Thanks for being here, brother. But yeah, I am planning on getting my daughter out here once she graduates high school and she wants to be a nurse. I mean, so I don't know if you guys watch World Zoom. He did a video a while back on, so he used to be a hospital administrator, and he said he would hire Filipino educated nurses all the time because he knew they had the skills to do the job. So you're absolutely right. I think for anyone, I think a lot of us look to come out here, when things with kids and stuff are situated, but you can come out here, you bring your family, you can bring your kids, you can get them in schools and stuff like that. So absolutely, Ram, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. I was shocked when car shopping, you can get an entry level Hilux for under 20 grand. Of course, 38 Tacomas can, yeah. It's expensive, man. It's expensive. Jo, never heard of the Stockades, but been to Carbon Market. Just yeah, dude. I saw that message come through. Going to Palawan for a couple weeks, but soon. All right, sweet, dude. Yeah, dude, let's hang out. Love to grab a coffee. Enjoy Palawan. Holy mackerel. I'm dying to get out there. So the Stockades, it's this new kind of what you're talking about, the street foods out there. I saw there's another vlogger. She does mainly headless stuff. What's her name? Monkey. and she did a video on it. Looks really cool. There's a bunch of eateries and stuff like that out there. I'm excited to check it out. What did I ask you, brother? Sorry. Shoot. I don't remember. Buying a car in the US is real expensive. Yeah. My Chevy is $58,000. Yeah. It's amazing how cheap it is to buy a car in the Philippines. Yeah. Yeah. Stuff's expensive, man. It's expensive. My own buntag. Yes. Do you have a favorite Filipino food now? What do I like? I like the mangoes. That's my favorite. Mangoes are amazing. They're so lemmy. What else do I like? I like that pepper lunch. I did a video on that. Oh, that I also did a video on this place in IT Park. That was really good too. The seaweed soup I had there, that was delicious, salty but good. Let's see, what else do I like? Yeah, the mangoes are sticking out as far as my favorite Filipino food, and the fresh fish. You know, living in Colorado, I didn't really have a lot of fresh fish, but yeah, the fish is really good. That mackerel that I had in Plantation Bay, wow, that was, yeah. So the fish and the fruit, force. Chris, it's great to catch you on a live. I got to run. Yeah. And actually, I think I'm done with the comments too. So we've been going an hour and a half. We're down to 77 people. Maybe we'll just end it. You know, I appreciate people being on. Yeah, it's been fun. I haven't done a live. So one of the things I want to kind of bring up, maybe in a community post, when do you guys want lives? When do you guys want them? I was thinking once a week, and I was thinking this time, and but I wanted to check in to see when it does work for people. I do get, like I said, I get some metrics that show me when people are on. So I was thinking either Wednesday morning or Tuesday night in the States, Wednesday morning here. But, you know, let me know what you guys think in the comments, if you could, would be the best time for lives. And maybe I'll also do a community post to ask people also when's good for lives. Because I do want to, you know, these lives for me, the intention is for us to just kind of deep dive into questions that people might have, or, you know, like this community people to help too, not just myself, but yeah, just to create a forum where we can dive in and talk more in depth about things. So let me know what time of day is best, day and time of day is best for the lives. Sig Sig adobo with mango shakes, my go-to food. Yes, I need to try Sig Sig. Yeah, adobo mango shakes are amazing. There's the Swirl here in Ayala Mall. They're on the second floor as you go in, right above O George. I love that place. They're so good. Man, I haven't tried Sig Sig. Isn't that like intestine, right? I mean, whatever, right? I think I've been avoiding that a little bit. But adobo is good. Yeah. Yep. Crispy King. Crispy King. There's you rock. Feel better. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, thank you. I really appreciate it. Hope stuff's there good in Florida. I hope you get back home soon. Bentangas, man, beautiful, right? Hope you get coming home soon. Love your channel. Thank you, man. Thank you guys. I'm just honored. I really am honored to be here doing this. It's incredible. It's a dream, you know. It's a dream. I was, you know, sitting in Colorado, completely unfulfilled, and you know, wanted something different in my life, and you know, dreamt about coming to the Philippines, and I took a chance. Here I am, still making it work, but you know, wanted to do this to kind of document my journey, and to maybe help other people find out about it, and you know, so this has been really cool. I really appreciate it, and it's fun for me. Like, you know, And this is just starting. I mean, I feel like I haven't even begun to do what I want to do. Like, I haven't got my drone out. I haven't done any of that. I haven't really taken any stills. I haven't got on my motorcycle and ride up the canyon and film that. I mean, there's just so much that I want to do. I haven't, like I said, just hopping on my bike, packing up a bag, hopping on my bike, riding up north, catching a ferry over to Komodos Island, and then riding around there and flying the drone. I mean, those are all things I just haven't even begun to do yet that I'm just really, really excited for. And then also too, just, talking with some people, there's some vloggers down in this area too, that I haven't been able to meet with, that I want to meet with, to try to, talk to them and interview them about their life in the areas. And there's just so much stuff that I see as possible. So I'm really excited and honored. So thank you. Have I tried eating lechon? Cebu's lechon are the finest. Yes, it is. It's a little greasy and fatty for me, but I've tried it. The nice thing about lechon is it's the whole pig. So there's, parts of it that work for, but the really greasy, fatty parts I kind of avoid. Yeah, good time. Yep. This is cool. Yeah, it's like pig face mainly. Yeah, I'll have to try it. A lot of people say good things about Sig Sig, that it's good, that people like it. Let's see, I'm flexible. I got notification where you'll live. It reminds me a lot. Oh, nice. Yeah, thank you. You got notification when I go live and it reminds me to log in. Yeah, appreciate that. Oh, you're flexible as far as when for you? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. I did not look closely at when it comes in from. Okay. Central Florida. Nice. I lived in Florida for a long time. It's great. Beautiful. Every day on the lives, I assume. Yeah, too fun. No, I think once a week is a good, because then it does allow me to focus more, not focus more, but also focus on content and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, really cool. Appreciate that. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah, I plan on it. What about them? Chicken Joy, Jollibee. Have you tried? I tried Jollibee. I haven't tried Chicken Joy. I tried Jollibee. The other place that's really good in the mall, what's that? Kenny Rogers. It's a chain that I've never even heard of before. Man, that is good. It's probably my favorite, like, fast food chain. It's tasty. It's good food, and it's cheap. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, good stuff. Test 1, 2, 3. My Buntag. I'm late. Oh man, I was just getting ready to end it here. What do we got? An hour and 42 minutes. Keep doing more videos for. Yeah, man, really appreciate it. No, thank you. Like I said, this is great. Good morning, Christopher Columbus. Kendall 80. I recognize you as well. Yeah. Yeah, you too, man. And yeah, I'll tell your mom, hey, that I saw you. And keep up. I think what you've got a small YouTube channel, right? Is it Water Dragon? Maybe I'll check that out. I think you do some online gaming stuff. I have a Xbox that I play a little bit, so I do like that stuff. But yeah, thanks for being here. I'll tell your mom. I might go to Starbucks today. I'll say hey. Yeah. Looking forward to your future videos. More power to you and your channel. And really appreciate that, Rudy. Roy Rogers. Holy mackerel. Gosh, that's a blast from way back. Remember we'd go to the movie theaters early on in the beginning, and that would kind of come up. Man. So, like I told you before, Timothy, in that first, I was the youngest of four, so it's a little bit before my time, but I remember my brothers and a lot of that stuff. Is the Starbucks here better than it's cheaper. It's cheaper. I think I drink a chai tea latte. It's, what's that, 200 pesos for a venti. Let's see, 190 pesos. That's $3.38. So yeah, it's cheaper. It tastes the same though. It's pretty consistent. Yeah, thank you. No, I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate you guys being here. It's really, really cool. You're becoming the Bruce Springsteen of live vloggers. He would play as long as we wanted him to. I hear you, man. No, this is incredible. I mean, this is incredible for me. It's you know, I love it. I'm honored to be doing what I'm doing here. It's really cool, and like I said, I feel like it's just beginning. This is just the start of something. I think we can create something really cool. So at least I hope. Yeah, yeah. Northeast India. Oh wow. All right, cool. Yeah. Once a week or every 2 weeks. That's kind of what I was looking at. Was once a week or once every 2 weeks was my thought as well. But then picking a day and a time, I think, is also really key. Like I don't want to do it. I want to do it where most people are on. And originally, I thought Tuesday nights in the United States, Wednesday morning here, because Tuesday night you don't compete with football. Um, yeah, that was my original thought, was Tuesday night. And when I look at metrics, it looks like 6 a.m. my time is when most people are on. So I chose 8 a.m. That's way too early. 8 a.m. is about the norm. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Have you been to BGC or Manila? If you did, what were your thoughts? I have not been to BGC or Manila. I've really kind of avoided, yeah, pushing 2 hours. I'm sorry. I really kind of not avoided, but I wanted, if anything, I want to go smaller in town, not bigger in town. Nothing against BGC or Manila. I think those are really great places there, and I plan on visiting. But I wanted to go smaller. Really, Bacolod City is a place I could, I think I'm gonna be there in October for the month of October, for the Mascara Festival, and just to kind of check it out. But maybe even I just stay in Cebu. I mean, I do like planning routes. I spent 20 years in Colorado. There are a lot of benefits to being here in Cebu City, I feel. But I like that smaller town than and than what you have in BGC and Manila. And I can 15 minutes. I can be out of town here in Cebu. I can get out. Um, so yeah, I like this area here. Plus, if I watch other vloggers and their experience in Manila, it just seems so westernized to me. You know, I want to get away from that kind of way. And I'm in a bubble here, which I like. I can have a lot of that Western stuff here, but I can also get away really quickly. So yeah, pushing 2 hours. Yes. Do I still drink Bud? Do I still drink Bud Light? No, I actually quit drinking alcohol 2015. Yeah, so I don't drink anymore. But all right, guys, I'm all caught up. I'm that, and we're at 2 hours. We got 64 people watching. Man, I appreciate it. I think we'll end it here. Um, and yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate that. Just good times. And yeah, we'll catch everyone on the next time. Thank you, everyone. Empin, Salamat.